Greetings, chess players! My name is Chris Torres. This is Daily Chess Musings. It is Thursday. What day is it? I'm trying to remember now. I know it's 2022. It's Thursday, January 6th, 2022. Can you believe it's already 2022? Um, 2021 went by really fast. Well, Thursday nights I do stuff with Gomes Elementary School from Fremont, California, but apparently they were still on break, I think. So only two brothers showed up, Yuhan and Yu Hao, and so I'm gonna play chess with the two brothers. Cause yeah, if the teacher shows up and the kids show up to class, let's do it. Why not? All right, let's have some fun. All right, so first of all, let me see what we got. Yuhan wants to play me, and I will go ahead and accept. Okay. Why can I not accept this challenge at this moment? Okay. I can send him a challenge, though. He might be trying to send me a rated challenge, and our ratings may be too far apart. Let me... try and sort this out. All right. Get rid of that menu. Let's see. I want to go to play. And then I'm going to click. You go to play, and then you say play a friend. And then I see both Yuhan and Yu Hao online. And we will play material odds. Absolutely, we will. Balanced odds. And sure, I'll play a 10-minute game. Or maybe, you know what, I'll give him 30 minutes. I mean, it's just the two brothers, right? And then I send the play request to Yuhan. All right, Yuhan, I just sent you a challenge. I hope you see it. I sent you a challenge, Yuhan. And they're challenging me. Let's see. I can try clicking. Okay, here we go. All right, so it's not going to be balanced odds, but well, we'll play some chess. All right, so pawn in the center. I develop a knight. Let's see if my arrows are working. They are. Tonight's a good night, guys. My arrows are working. All right, so we've got ourselves a Russian game. I could take, like we saw in Magnus Carlsen and whatnot. In fact, you know what? I'll go ahead and do it. Yeah, we just saw the Russian game. Oh, and now I'm going to try my Queen Nabber trap. All right. So what I was going to say is we saw the Russian game in the recent World Championship between Magnus Carlsen and Jan Nepomniachtchi. And there won't be any queen nabbing because he put his queen in the same file as the king. Had he left it there, then I would have shown you something for sure. You know what? I don't know this line. Ha! See, maybe I shouldn't have gotten. I was thinking, you know, maybe I shouldn't go for the queen nabber trap because I'm not sure that I understand the line. All right, so I mean, I could kick the knight with my pawn, right? We know that. I could bring my knight and threaten the knight again. I could just take it with my queen. These all seem like good candidate moves, right? Now, being the kind of attacking chess player that I am, when given the choice, I like to develop a new piece. So I'm going to play knight c3. Certainly that should be okay. So I'm allowing him to trade off. Oh, I see how we're going to do it. I'll take here. I think that might be a mistake, but we'll find out. I'm going to take here. So I just took No, I think it's just going to lead to fancy trades. Let's see. All in all, an interesting game right off the bat. Interesting game right off the bat. Some sort of symmetrical Petrov's defense. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right. Looks like, obviously, I'm going to take a queen with the knight. See, this is why I wanted to play at odds, to help them out a little bit, right? But it's all about learning. And did not take my knight, so if I move my knight out of the way, it is a check, isn't it? It is a check if I move my knight out of the way. So is there a really clever way to use this discovered check? Yes, there is. See, this is a check. And now it's a discovered check, and now my knight's threatening the rook, right? So that's a more clever way to do it than just winning a pawn. Oh, no. Now, should I take the rook? No. Because I have a nice in-your-face checkmate. So what I would like to do, let's see if I can send them. I would like to, let's see, I was just playing Yuhan. Let's see, I was just playing Yuhan, and let's see, Yuhao. I'm going to try and send them a challenge again. Um, so, Yuhao. What I want to do is play a friend, and I want to go to Yuhao this time, because I just played Yuhan. Yuhao, and I'm going to send him a material odds, balanced odds, 10 minutes. 10 minutes is a fun time control. I've been playing a lot of 10 minutes because I've been doing this kind of league stuff. And then I hit, well, my play button is behind, so I have to decline a couple of these. Sorry about that, guys. And then I send, all right, so I sent Yuhao a balanced odds game. Cold Tidy Dentist is challenging me. But I want to play the other brother first, because I played one of the two brothers. I should play the other brother, right? That's only fair. Well, I'll go ahead and accept Cold Tidy Dentist's challenge. Let's see if they make a move. So we're playing it looks like it's a 15 and 10 time control. And in fact, yeah, e4, e5. Knight f3. You know what? We just saw a Russian game go bad. Now hopefully, maybe I can show you a Russian game go good. No, it looks like we're going to get into a 4 knights. And now, in the 4 knights, your bishop really ought to go there, because otherwise there's this fork trick thing. The fork trick isn't terrible, though. And in fact, I'm finding lots of resources for the side that's been forked. New resources, not the standard, sack on f7 and hope your opponent makes a mistake, but newer resources. Okay. Now, right here, I want to say that I usually play it wrong here. The computer gives me a different suggestion than what I normally do. See, I don't like the idea of messing up my pawn structure this way. So normally what I do is play queen f6, but I think the computer on chess.com has told me that that's a mistake at some point. I mean, I could take care of that I'm going to play my queen f6 move. It's what I've played a lot of times over the years. Tonight I'm forgetting some of my opening variations, and that's okay. It just means I need to calculate. A little bit more early, and usually through calculation you can remind yourself what it is that you've been forgetting. I could play bishop c5. You can see I'm kind of hovering with that. That's a fine developing, creates a possibility for castling. But see, his bishop's going to come out to g5. I am well aware of what the plan is here. So actually, I'm going to spend one tempo and play h6. I'm gonna stop that nonsense right away. All right. Now that I stop that nonsense, I can play bishop d6. Because bishop c5 no longer works, right? But I still want to develop that bishop. Probably my bishop on c8 wants to go to g4, pinning the knight on f3 to the queen. That's probably what I'm going to do. And then I leave it kind of open if I'm going to castle or not. Again, my name is Chris Torres. It's Thursday night with students and friends of the Gomes Elementary School Chess Club in Fremont, California. And this is my live broadcast. I run a website called Daily Chess Musings. This is the Daily Chess Musings channel. What Daily Chess Musings is it's a community founded on the blog that I ran for a lot of years, the Chess Musings blog. So I upgraded my blog and I've turned it into a more of a community. There's events as well as blog posts now. So he stops my bishop from coming out and pinning. See, my bishop can't go to g4, but now my bishop supports this c6 knight. See, when I put my dark bishop on d6, I was actually acquiescing just a little bit that if he played bishop takes knight, that I would have to play pawn takes knight, messing up my pawn structure. Now that's not the case. Now, you see the advantage of the fork trick, though. Which side has a center pawn? Black does. So let me go back and show you this fork trick again while we're waiting for my opponent. So we start with Petrov's switch to 4 knights. Here it is. In a 4 knights, when your opponent has this and this, but no pawn on d3, when they haven't played pawn to d3, then you can do, whoops, let me get back to where I was. Then you can do this and fork. I'm forking the bishop and the knight. This is known, of course, as the fork trick. Now, when all is said and done, play continues, and I'm the one with the center pawn, which is obviously an advantage. So right now, I control more space in that valuable real estate known as the center. Okay, so white could be castling queenside as well. I need to be open to that possibility. I'm a little, I could castle kingside right now for sure. I could do that. But he's already played h3. Then he could play g4, and then he could play g5. So just in two moves, he could be breaking open my castle. So because of that, see, with these pawns already advanced, white is just 2 moves away. They would win the pawn storm race. If I castle kingside and they castle queenside, white would win the pawn storm race. And I don't like that very much. So instead, I'm going to castle queenside. Now, likewise, if Cold Tidy Dentist castles kings, he did not. Okay. But that is also a big mistake. See, there's a relationship going on here, right? See the queen and king? What's the relationship that's going on? They're on the same oops, let me draw that arrow better. Ah, they are on the same diagonal, right? And when you see pieces like that on the same diagonal, then sometimes you can punish that, as I do here, by pinning the queen to the king. See that? This queen can't move. Another usual pin like this that occurs is if the center opens up and the queen's left in the E file, then oftentimes you can pin a queen to a king in the E file with a rook. So that is something else that happens. All right, so trades do kind of favor me. But I could take right now, right? And maybe that's the best choice. I mean, I don't have to, because this is pinned. Oh wait, I do have to. Ha 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 ha. If I don't want to be a fool, right? If I play bishop takes bishop, then queen takes knight, because nothing's defending that anymore. So I play bishop takes queen, which is a check. And now I go ahead and finish the exchange out, playing bishop takes c6. And when you're mega ahead, even if you have better pieces than your opponent, like my bishop's better than his knight right now, it's still good to trade. It really is. It's just using good technique. I'm going to shift my queen over to the same file as his king. Should this bishop come down here, then I'm going to trap it, is my plan. So and he does not right away. And now I start advancing these guys, right? I start advancing these pawns. The idea is, I can push. I have to be, just a little mindful of this and this. My opponent is building up some threats here. And even when you're ahead, you need to be mindful of these things. I can stop both threats with just one little pawn push. All right. One pawn push, two threats neutralized. Not saying they were good threats, but they were threats. And okay, so he's going to invest time advancing this pawn. Makes perfect sense. I'd be doing the same thing. But I'm already to the point of creating tension and opening up a file on his king now. Good move. Declining the possibility of the file opening up. Question is, should I go here and say check right away? Or should I go here and then there and say check over there? Which is the better method? Yeah, I mean, if I say check, he can just move here, and that pawn is guarded. Most of his weaknesses are guarded. But if he moves there, I can, then I'm going to play c5. So I go here, he goes there, and then I play c5, bringing in the d rook into the game. So I'm going to say that is indeed correct. Check. And then I'll go ahead and play c5. Now he can throw in a nice little in-between move here with rook g5, right? That could be frustrating. If I was white, I would probably do that. He goes one step to... Oh, wait, no, rook g5, yeah, pawn would just take. Pawn would just take, yeah. So, no, what he did is fine. And then cracking open the center on my opponent's king. And again, when you're up mega material, like, see, I'm up a full queen here. Taking with the rook seems fine to me. Rook takes. Queen says check. And now it looks like I can win this. No, I can't quite, because that would drop back. So if queen goes here, he can interpose with his own rook. I will not. Let me erase these arrows and decide what I feel like doing next. My pawn is guarding, controlling the square in front of my queen, so his rook cannot go there right away. So I'm gonna move my other rook to my remaining rook to d8, creating a battery in the d file. Can't quite accomplish very much as quickly as I would like, but I could take either this pawn or this pawn, right? I have a choice. Seeming that I have, well, okay, there's good reason to take both. This pawn is a threat. This pawn stops my, if I take that, I would have a passed e pawn. All right, but you know what? When you're ahead, you want to get rid of your opponent's threats. Whatever, however they might be able to get into it, you want to take care of it. So I get rid of the one that's the threat. And then, let's see, go to king to b7, stepping out of the check. Now, there's a couple things I could do here. Couple things I could do here. I could play check. He scoots over. I could play check again and fork the king and this pawn. So, boom. He blocks. Boom. And then, yeah, take that, right? So that's what I'm going to do. I can win the other pawn as well, creating a passed e pawn. See this? And then check here. And it doesn't matter what he does. I get to take here. Now this pawn is a serious threat. It's just 1, 2, 3 squares away. By the way, I am playing on chess.com right now, and I mentioned that Daily Chess Musings is a community. We have a club on chess.com with well over 2,000 members. So, and it's free. We have a bunch of free events. I'm going to be making some announcements about this club very soon. All right, so everything is secure. He does not have enough to harm me. I'm going to go ahead and scoot. Now he may move this rook over here, and if he does, that's okay. I can move my rook to defend. If he does that, I can do that. Then I have my 2 defenders. He does not. Okay. So again, I am going to scoot forward. 1 step away. And there's a couple interesting ways I can do this. But he is threatening this kind of check here, which is a little bit annoying. So what I'm considering, I'm actually considering putting my queen here, saying check. Then he takes, then I take. Oh, yeah, but no, I wouldn't get the pawn. Yeah, okay. Nope, that doesn't work. It would have been cool if it did. Ah, but I have another way. See this? This is a nice check, and check it out. Right? All right. And then, yeah. Okay, so what I'm thinking, I just drew all these nice arrows, is if I drop back to f6 and say check, then the king's got to move. Then I got rook to d1, and then I can promote my pawn. All right, let's see. You'll see. I did not express clearly into words. Hello, Tuber Trend. I see you saying hi. Okay, smart move. Very smart move. Blocking. Getting this pawn in. It shouldn't be this hard, but I'm certainly making it trickier than maybe it needs to be. I'm trying to do this nice. We'll say check. So it's a check, and I'm supporting my pawn. And the king cannot, yeah. See, the king couldn't do like the move it really wants to do because annoying, and that is frustrating. So I mean, normally I could just play queen f1, and I probably can anyways. But that possibility of the check is annoying me because it throws in kind of a wild card scenario where he lets me have the queen, but then he has a rook on e7 and maybe even gets a rook to a7. Two rooks in the 7th rank. Might be able to do some kind of perpetual madness there. I'd rather not have to calculate all that. I could, and it may be most accurate to play queen f8, but I'm looking for a simpler victory, a simpler path to victory. Okay, I'm going to throw in another check with the hope that if the king comes here now, then I can go here and fork. The king does not. Okay, but it's moving further in my direction, so we're getting closer actually to a checkmate of sorts, right? Now I can use a pawn to say check, right? This king is in more and more danger. Why am I struggling with this endgame so much? The more you struggle. All right, so now I say check. My rooks and queen are coordinated nicely. I feel like I'm missing a tactic. I just have that sense. Like I'm really missing a tactic here. I am in fact. I'm going to take away, since he can't check me now, I'm going to take away the escape routes for his king. So his king can no longer move down. And now I'm going to play the fork. See that? Okay. And now we've got this. Now we're doing okay. And let's see. There's again a few different ways I can go about this, and I want to be neat and tidy, so we'll just do checkmate. Checkmate. All right. And you know, I want to look at the like I said, I'll see if somebody else sends me a challenge, but I'm going to look at the game review real fast. The game review system on chess.com is just awesome. It's a really really useful tool. 92.7% accuracy. That's pretty good, actually. My opponent, in fact, had 80.8. Let's see what happened here. Okay. So there's the, it says D5 is great. I already knew that, of course. It's the fork trick. It's very common. And of course my opponent played a really bad move there. That was the one key mistake. Other than that, my opponent played exceptionally good chess. One key mistake. Chess is brutal like that, though. Which is why I always try my best to analyze checks, captures, and threats. All right, let me see if I have any more challenges. 2. Anybody else interested in playing? Otherwise, I'll call it a night with the streaming. Anybody else? Let's see. Play a friend. Let's see. Are my friends still online? It looks like Deet C is online, Dice Knights is online, but they aren't challenging me. They could be busy doing their own thing. Yuhan and Yu Hao is still online. I will send Yu Hao another challenge. We're going to try it again. Material odds, balanced odds. And we'll do 10 minutes. Auto balance. Play. All right. Yu Hao, if you are... Oh, Yu Hao is playing somebody else. Okay. That's fine. Good for him. Well, then I think I'm happy with the stream tonight. It was just a quick Thursday night stream, checking in with the Gomes Elementary School Chess Club, who apparently was still on winter break, which is wonderful for them. But you know what, Yuhan, Yu Hao, you got a little bit of extra, and it was certainly educational evening, an educational evening. Again, my name is Chris Torres. If you liked this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. I have thousands of free lessons available at dailychessmusings.com. Thousands of free chess lessons available at dailychessmusings.com. Additionally, you can join our club on chess.com, and you can friend me. My name is Coach Tortoise on chess.com. Go ahead, send me a friend request. I pretty much accept all the requests I receive. We can be friends on chess.com. You can join my club, my community on chess.com. There's already 2,000 members in it. And if you follow the blog, if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, if you join our club, I think you'll be glad you did, because we offer a lot of different options for different skill level players. We have advanced lessons, intermediate lessons, very, very basic beginner lessons. We have events, tournaments for all these different skill levels as well. And it looks like I just got a friend request right now. That's wonderful. So Cold Tidy Dentist wasn't friends with me yet, and now Cold Tidy Dentist will be friends with me. All right. Thank you again for joining me. My name is Chris Torres. I am a correspondence chess master, a long-time chess coach. I've been teaching scholastic chess, mostly to younger students, elementary school age students, for about 25 years. Spreading my passion for chess that way with the next generation. And I will see you next time. Bye.